Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at MSC's amazing private island, and it hit me, it's hurricane season. So we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and crucial for safety for passengers and crew members on cruise ships. What I'm referring to is what it takes to reroute a cruise ship because of bad weather. Though we are currently in hurricane season, bad weather can strike at any time. So rerouting the ship is a process that blends science, technology, teamwork, money, and a whole lot of decision-making. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's sail into the world of cruise ship rerouting. Rerouting a cruise ship due to bad weather isn't as simple as changing lanes on a highway. You've got to remember, cruise ships are huge. They carry thousands of passengers and crew and offer a plethora of amenities from restaurants and swimming pools to bars and theaters. They are essentially floating cities, and changing itineraries requires meticulous planning and coordination. Believe it or not, the first step in rerouting a cruise ship starts even before the ship sets sail. Cruise ships maintain constant communication with their operations center, which these days have very sophisticated weather forecasting tools and their own meteorologists. The operations center will also consult with government agencies such as the United States Coast Guard and the National Hurricane Center. These experts, using their sophisticated tools and models, are able to predict weather conditions days or even weeks in advance. Meteorologists look at satellite images, radar data, and computer models to forecast storms, high winds, and rough seas. They provide regular updates to ships' captains and navigation team. This constant stream of information is crucial because the weather at sea can change rapidly, and early detection of potential hazards allow for better planning and safer routes. When bad weather is detected along a planned route, a decision must be made. Should the ship stay on course, or should it be rerouted? This decision isn't taken lightly. It involves the captains, the ship's officers, and the cruise line's headquarters. The captain is ultimately responsible for the safety of everyone on board, but he or she relies heavily on the advice of the navigation team, meteorologists, and their operations center. Together, they assess the severity of the weather and potential risks and the feasibility of alternative routes. Rerouting a cruise ship involves a lot more than just steering in a different direction. The navigation team must chart a new course that avoids the bad weather while still aiming to hit key ports of call. Remember, the cruise lines want you to have the experience you selected and booked. Now, the new route must be fuel efficient and feasible within the ship's schedule. Modern cruise ships are equipped with advanced navigation systems that can plot these new routes quickly. These systems take into account the ship's current position, speed, and heading, as well as the latest weather data. The goal is to find the safest and most efficient path to the next destination. One of the biggest challenges of rerouting a cruise ship is coordinating with the ports of call. Each port has its own schedule, and cruise ships often have specific time slots for docking. Changing the arrival time can be complex, especially if the port is busy with other ships. The ship's operations team works closely with port authorities to secure new docking times. This may involve negotiating with other ships and adjusting schedules. In some cases, the ship might need to skip a port altogether or visit an alternative port. Finding suitable ports that can accommodate the ship on short notice is a significant logistical challenge. The cruise lines will need to call the port authorities to see if a berth is available for the dates needed. Once a new port has been selected and details solidified, the ship will need to examine the complex schedule of staff rotations and performances. When the itinerary changes and crew members and specialty entertainers who were scheduled to disembark or join the ship at the port of call that has now been canceled will need different travel arrangements. No, the 3 different comedians don't stay on the ship for your entire cruise. They fly in and out when the ship is docked at one of the ports of call. So, what does that mean? Well, a lot of scrambling and cost for the cruise line. Their team will have to coordinate with airlines to change flights for crew members and specialty entertainers to ensure that everyone gets to their next destination smoothly and on schedule. This might involve booking new flights, arranging for overnight accommodations, and also managing transfers between the airport, hotel, and pier. Rerouting a cruise ship involves so much more than what we have already mentioned. The shore excursion team must quickly secure new excursions in the newly planned ports of call, as well as cancel the original excursions and issuing refunds to passengers. When the ship's itinerary changes, the excursions planned for the original port will no longer be possible. Passengers look forward to shore excursions, and the cruise line knows that many will likely be disappointed when their ship has to miss a port of call, and so they focus on finding exciting adventures at the new port of call. This involves contacting local tour operators, finding out how many spaces are available, negotiating contracts, and ensuring that new excursions meet the cruise line standards for safety and quality. The goal is to provide passengers with exciting and enjoyable activities despite the change in plans. All right, we're about halfway through, and I need a snack break. Okay, now that I'm full, do us a huge favor. So far, if you found this video to be helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe to the channel too. It's completely free, and your support is truly appreciated. Also, if you have a bad weather rerouting story, please share it in the comments below. Thank you, and let's move on. Onboard activities are also a key part of the cruise experience. When the ship's route changes, the cruise director and entertainment team need to adapt the daily schedule to keep passengers entertained and engaged. This might involve creating new activities such as trivia games, dance classes, indoor movies, or themed parties. The entertainment team works tirelessly to come up with creative and fun ideas that ensure that passengers have a great time, even if they can't go ashore as planned. This flexibility and creativity are crucial for maintaining a positive passenger experience. Once the decision to reroute is made, the next step is communicating with the passengers, us. Transparency is key here. Passengers need to understand why the change is happening and how it will affect their itinerary and activities. The captain or cruise director will typically make an announcement to explain the situation. This is often followed by a detailed letter delivered to each cabin outlining the new route and changes to the schedule. Keeping passengers informed helps manage expectations and reduces potential frustrations. Despite all the planning and rerouting, sometimes it's impossible to avoid rough seas altogether. In these cases, the ship's crew take additional measures to ensure passenger safety and comfort. Stabilizers, which are large fins located beneath the waterline, help reduce the ship's rolling motion. The crew may also advise passengers to take precautions, such as using handrails, avoiding upper decks, or even staying in their cabins. Medical staff are also on hand to assist passengers who may suffer from seasickness. The ship's medical center is equipped to handle a variety of medical situations, ensuring that everyone receives the care they need. To put all of this into perspective, let's look at a couple of real-life examples. In September 2017, Hurricane Irma, one of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded, threatened the Caribbean and the southeastern United States. Cruise lines had to make rapid decisions to ensure the safety of their ships and passengers. Royal Caribbean, for instance, rerouted several ships away from the hurricane's path. The Allure of the Seas, one of the world's largest cruise ships, extended its voyage by 2 days to avoid the storm. Passengers were kept informed throughout regular announcements and updates, and the ship's crew worked tirelessly to ensure everyone's safety and comfort. Here's another one. Back in 2003, we had our own experience. We were booked on a cruise departing from Port Everglades, which is in Fort Lauderdale. A hurricane was forecasted to make landfall in Central Florida on our departure date. Well, back then, hurricane tracking wasn't as accurate as it is now. The hurricane ended up making landfall further south than expected, and the ships weren't able to get into port. The ships remained at sea 2 extra days, and our itinerary was cut short by those 2 days, meaning we weren't able to go to one of the ports of call. The cruise line kept passengers on both itineraries informed and, more importantly, safe with their decision. While no refund was offered to us, the cruise line gave passengers on the shortened itinerary a future cruise credit. Behind all the technology and planning, it's the human element that truly makes rerouting a cruise ship possible. The dedication and professionalism of the crews, from the captain to the housekeeping staff, play a crucial role in navigating these challenges. Crew members often work longer hours during such events, ensuring that passengers are safe, informed, and comfortable. Their ability to adapt to changing circumstances and maintaining a positive attitude is what keeps the ship running smoothly. While safety is the top priority, maintaining a positive passenger experience is also important. Cruise lines go to great lengths to ensure that passengers still enjoy their vacation even when plans change. This might include offering complimentary services, organizing special events, or providing additional amenities. For example, if a port visit is canceled, the crew might arrange for an extra onboard entertainment such as live music, movies, screenings, or theme parties. The goal is to keep spirits high and ensure that passengers have a memorable experience despite any disruptions. Now, each instance of rerouting provides valuable lessons for the cruise lines. They analyze what worked well and what could be improved, constantly refining their process. This continuous improvement helps them better handle future situations, ensuring that passengers and crew are always in the best possible hands. In conclusion, rerouting a cruise ship because of bad weather is a complex and multifaceted process. It requires the coordination of meteorologists, the ship's captain and crew, cruise line headquarters, port authorities, and many others. It involves advanced technology, careful planning, and a lot of hard work. But at the heart of it all is the commitment to safety and passenger satisfaction. Whether it's navigating around a hurricane or avoiding rough seas, the goal is always to ensure that everyone on board has a safe and enjoyable journey. So the next time you're on a cruise and you hear that your ship is changing course, remember that it isn't a choice made lightly. Now, please remember all the effort that goes into making these decisions. It's a testament to the skill and dedication of everyone involved in keeping you safe and making sure your cruise is a fantastic experience. We thank you for watching, everyone, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And if you have any questions or stories about your own cruise experiences, leave them in the comments below. And until we see you out on the seas or in the next video, be safe.